So good evening friends and my students. So welcome to VSC-IAS. So today I have come with very interesting topic again, that is de-dollarization. Okay. So I hope that you have liked my previous video on full and fractional reserve banking system. If you haven't seen that video, please go through the link provided in the description box and watch that video because it is very important for your prelims and mains point of view. Okay. For both IAS and OS preparation. So this topic I have selected because of two things. Because first of all, its importance is very significant in mains. Okay, if this topic has it is most probable that this question will be coming in your mains examination. But however, I have also made this presentation in a way that it will also cover your prelims portion as well. Okay, so coming to the topic de-dollarization, what it means and why is it in news? See, because of the two most important events. So there are significant events, but I have summed up in those two events. First is what? This India and Russia local currency trade agreement. Okay, you can see कि Russia and India, they have tied up, or they have tied in a pact in which they will be using their local currency, that is rupee and ruble, for the trading purpose. Okay, so they are boycotting now what? Dollar. So this boycotting of dollar is nothing but de-dollarization. If any economy don't want to use dollar, or you can say they have selected any other currency for their trade, so that is known as what is boycotting of dollar, and that term has been given by economists as de-dollarization. Okay, so India has taken its first step by boycotting dollar. What? By trading with Russia in ruble, in rupee and ruble agreement. Okay, so India, you can see in this image, India is trading with Russia on what? Rupee, and vice versa in ruble. Now second, what significant event has taken place, that India and UAE have also signed this local currency in bilateral trade. Okay, so they have again signed a local currency trade agreement where they will be using what? UAE will be using dirham or to buy products, or and India will be using rupee to buy any products from UAE. Okay, so this boycotting of US currency or dollar and trading in their own domestic currency is known as de-dollarization. Okay, so these are the two most significant events. There are many much such events. So recently that Africa has also boycotted US dollar because they wanted to deal in their own currency. So why this is happening? Okay, so why this countries or economy, they are boycotting dollar? So I have made this you can see why they have boycotted US dollar. So before that, as I said before, that this topic is mainly for the mains examination, but there are certain concepts which can be asked in your prelims examination. Okay, so what are those concepts? So first one concept is, we'll deal with what is hard currency. Okay, so this hard and soft currency, this is very important for the prelims point of view. What is hard currency? So hard currency is the currency that is issued by a nation that is politically and economically stable. Okay, this is politically, you can see, hard currency refers to the money that is issued by a nation that is politically and economically stable. Okay, means the currency that do not devaluate or do not fluctuate more, even if something they don't fluctuate more. They are more or less, they are anyway in any period they are stable. Okay, and these currencies are mostly used in trade settlement. Okay, these are widely accepted currencies such as dollar, Japanese yen, Chinese renminbi, euro, pound. So these are widely accepted currency. Okay, nobody will deny to take this currency in exchange of the trade. Okay, so everyone will wanting dollar. For example, I would say that if you want to some of you have went to Maldives as a vacation, so either you have to have Maldives currency in your pocket, or you have to have US dollar in order to avail their services. So US dollar, this currency is widely accepted. So whichever currencies whose liquidity, again the word is again here, you can add here what? Liquidity. Those currencies which have greater liquidity, which are more stable, these are widely accepted. So these are known as what? These are known as hard currency. Okay, don't confuse that hard currency is very by term you can say that that it is more fluctuating. It is hard, it is not liquid. Okay, these are not synonyms. Hard currency and liquidity, these are antonyms. Okay, but you may be trapped by this, but you should remember this point, ki hard currency is always more liquid than the soft currency. Okay, so some features I have listed for the hard currency. What are those features? We have to remember that features. Okay, So this is the this is one of the feature I would like to show. This I have presented. Okay. So first one, you can see this hard currency is easily exchangeable. Okay, it is easily exchangeable. Easily exchangeable. Wherever you go, if you have dollar with you, then nobody will deny doing trade with you. Okay, they will be happily, they will be dealing with trading with you. Okay, so these are easily exchangeable. If you have rupee, it can be exchanged to dollar. If you have dollar, it can be exchanged to rupee. So these are, if you have dollar for particularly hard currency, it is easily exchangeable. Second, these are hard currencies. These are the money which you can trust blindly. Okay, which you can trust blindly because they are globally accepted currency. Then these hard currency, they are also used as foreign currency reserve globally, as our RBI, Reserve Bank of India, in their forex reserve, RBI used to keep maximum proportion of US dollar in their reserve. Okay, so in different countries, different their central bank, they used to keep reserve in what currency? In dollar currency. Okay, then fourth is what? It is expected to maintain its value. Again, I said that this hard currency, they fluctuate very less. Okay, so they are more or less throughout the year, they remain stable. But they are more stable, they are fluctuating, tendency is very less. So that's why they maintain their original value. And the last is what? And last but not least, commonly used in international transaction. Okay, international transactions. As I said, the Maldives example of Maldives, wherever we go to spend vacation, so dollar they will be accepting. Okay? These are the dollar is the currency that is widely accepted, and people they happily accept this currency. So they are commonly used for international transaction. If you want to import something from other countries, so if you have dollar with you, they also prefer dollar so that they will be able to maintain their own foreign reserve. Okay. So these are the points you have to remember for the hard currency. These are the characteristic of hard currencies which can be asked in your prelims. Okay. You can add one more point here. What is the point? That is liquidity. That hard currency, they has greater liquidity. Okay. Coming to next, what is opposite of this? That is soft currency. The whatever features you have seen in hard currency, you just the opposite you will find in soft currency. First, these are very hyper fluctuating in nature. These currencies, these are very fluctuating in nature. Okay, they are not also widely accepted by any other country such as Pakistani rupee or in Nepali rupee, any currency that which don't have any significant economic contribution towards the world. Okay, so these currencies, they are not widely accepted, and their value or their exchange value fluctuates every minute. You can say, okay, every minute, every day, you can say their values are fluctuating. So you can see by the definition, soft currency is a currency which is hypersensitive. Okay, which is hyper sensitive and fluctuates frequently. Such currency reacts sharply to the political and economic situation of the country. Obviously, for you can quote Pakistan example. So their political situation remains more or less every time disturbed. So their currency value also fluctuates with their political and economic situation. Okay, these are the points you have to remember: hard currency and soft currency. This type of question may be asked in your prelims. But the major the gist of this topic is of mains examination. We have to take this topic in mains perspective. Okay. So this is, I said, we'll go to next slide. Reason for de-dollarization. Okay, why de-dollarization? What is the reason behind de-dollarization? So I have given in few bullet points so that you can easily write up your main answer and elaborate this point on your own. Okay, the point first is over dependence on single currency. Why this dollar has come into picture? When in the post World War II scenario, okay, when they have when the two important organizations, Bretton Woods organization, that is World Bank and IMF have been born. Okay, post World War II scenario. So this is born because of what? Because of US, more heavily the US or USA has contributed for the formation of this bank. So from the beginning only US dollar has been used for the international transaction. So till now, but that was the different scenario way back in 1944. But today's 21st century, and we know that 2023, and India is also aiming to be a developed nation by 2047. So why we should depend on their currency? Why other countries also depend their own currency, this US currency? So better we should switch to our own currency. So one point you can write is over dependence on single currency. Second, several geopolitical conflict with USA. Any economy, any country in the world, if we have certain conflict with the US, if their interest is conflicting with the US interest, US will impose what? US will impose sanction on them. For example, CARSA. CARSAT, through CARSAT, okay. For example, this CARSAT, countering American adversary through sanction act. If any economy has conflict with US, then what US will impose sanction. For example, Iraq, Iran, North Korea. So why this economy will, if sanction means what? They cannot use their US dollar. So this creates a burden on this economy. So they cannot be politically, sovereign. They cannot be a sovereign nation if they are dependent on US dollar. If US has imposed sanction, then they cannot use US dollar. So this is the problem. This is the second problem you can write, several geopolitical conflict with US. Then third is rise of digital currency. With growth of digital currency, with growth of cryptocurrency, obviously nobody is willing to trade in a US dollar, because this US currency or any currency, these are centralized form of currency. But cryptocurrency, because the emergence of cryptocurrency, these are what decentralized form of currency. Okay. So because of rise of digital currency also, the importance of US currency has been coming down. Then fourth you can write is emergence of China in global trade. So you can see now the China is becoming a global chain leader. Okay. So if China, obviously they are using renminbi, and most of the countries now trading with what? Trading with whom? Trading with China. So they must possess Chinese renminbi for their trade, as China has very, not a very good position or in good terms with USA. So somebody will want to trade with China. So China will it will avert what? US dollar currency it will avert, and China will prefer what? Their local currency, that is China's renminbi. Okay. So these 4 points you can write for your mains examination, why this de-dollarization has been taking place in this currently. Okay. Then this is the point also I would like to highlight. What happened? RBI governor worries about the, this is the picture, this is RBI governor Shaktikant Das. So this is the picture I have taken. I have listed RBI governor worries about the rate change in US by federal bank making their own decision effectless. Okay. So if we are depending heavily on the US currency, then whatever our monetary policy, whatever our RBI decides for the better of the Indian society, it will go effectless. It will render what? It will be ineffective, because if we are planning our policy, thinking or keeping on our mind whether Federal Bank of Reserve, Federal Reserve Bank of USA, whether it will increase or decrease its repo rate. So their changes will impact what? Our economic condition. So this is kind of a situation. If something happening in US, its impact will be will be felt in India. So this is very disastrous in point of view. Okay, this is very disastrous. Okay, so we have self-sufficient economy. We have the largest population in the world. Okay, so we have more demographic dividend as compared to other countries. Then why should we be dependent on this other policy and US currency? So this is also one of the reasons. Can quote. So India and de-dollarization. Now you can again, they can give a question, what are the benefits of de-dollarization for India? So you can write this 4 points. What are the benefits? So first point you can write, reduce vulnerability to US monetary policy fluctuation. As I said before, we will not be any more dependent on US monetary fluctuation. Whatever, if they want to increase interest rate, they can do. So it will be less impacting on our India. Their rate changes will not impact our Indian economy. Then second point, it enhance monetary autonomy for RBI. It enhance monetary autonomy for RBI. Now RBI will be in free position to decide whatever best for India. Okay. So now RBI will be least concerned what is happening in US. Third, greater financial stability. Obviously, if India is worried about their own economy and it has less time to worry about the prevailing situation and economic condition of the country, so it will always lead to the what? Greater financial stability. And the fourth, which is most important, that is rupeeification. That is appreciation of Indian rupee. Obviously, if we boycott the use of dollar and if we spread rupee, okay, if we encourage countries to trade in Indian currency, Indian rupee, obviously the rupee demand will be increasing. And the demand of rupee, if it increases, then what it will lead to? Appreciation of rupee. Okay, this will lead to appreciation of rupee. Coming to next slide, what are challenges associated? This is not the matter of an hour that you can just shift from rupee to dollar in 1 day or 2 days. It will take time. This de-dollarization has gained traction in some of the days, but it is more far-fetched idea, I would say, because it's not possible to be implemented in near term, near 1-2 years. It will take time because of two reasons. It will be going to take time. First is absence of clear alternative to US dollar. Okay, so it is absence to clear alternative to US dollar, such as the euro. If somebody they can give competition to US dollar, then it would be these two currencies, euro Japanese yen, British pound. So these are potential currencies that can compete US dollar, but they will not be boycotting US dollar because these countries, Japan, Britain, okay, so these are very in good terms with US. So they would not want that that US or they will be trading in other country in other currencies, boycotting US dollar. Okay, so these are friendly ally of US, and but the competing, but who can give competition to US dollar are these countries only. Okay, and second most challenging is what, why it is not, you know, far-fetched idea and it is not possible to replace dollar at certain point. Okay, second, the US dollar is long reserved as a dominant global reserve currency with central bank holding significant amount of US dollar. Same you can select our RBI. RBI is used forex reserve that is coming from US dollar. Okay, that is around 500, more than 500 billion US dollar we having in our forex reserve. So if we want, if we have to utilize that first, then we can boycott this US dollar. If we have so much of amount of US dollar in our forex reserve, if we are not using it, if we are not utilizing it, it will go vain. So not only for India, all the major countries in the world, they have large amount of US currency in their forex reserve. So they should first utilize them, then only they can go to this concept of de-dollarization. Okay, so it's a very far-fetched idea, so it will take time, but in your mains point of view, you can get two questions. That is, what is the benefit, what is de-dollarization, and how it's going to impact the Indian economy. And for prelims point of view, you will be getting two types of questions, like what is hard currency, what are the characteristics of hard currency, what is soft currency, what are the characteristics of soft currency. So in this way you will be getting questions. Okay, thank you.